just had one of the best Fortnite live events we've ever had, 0 Hour. Now with the help of Unrealhybrid, check him out on Twitter X, you have great access to camera mods that you might not have seen during the live event. So let's explore. So when we first got rifted out of the live event, we end up in a black and white reality. And I did my best in the short time you get looking out the window. There appeared to be nothing out there. But on Unrealhybrid's camera mod, we can look around the room. And there's even very long corridors that you would have never seen during the live event. Quite a lot of detail in this little world, from desk to decoration. Imagine if we actually had a full Fortnite season in black and white. And next we got rifted to the Fall Guys universe. I don't think we even had enough time to make it across this small assault course. But with the camera mod, we can have a quick look around. There's not a lot to see, as it is just a small assault course. You could probably easily make one of these yourself in Fortnite Creative. Next we get rifted into the basketball scene, or basketball court. And here, you get a quick glimpse at the Playboy Carti next Icon series skin, and even some of the hologram looking audience. And then next we go into the Hatsune Miku world, where she's performing a concert, and we get a small look around with the camera mod. There's not a lot here to see. There's just a lot of background scenery to make it look like a bigger thing. And then next we got the tiny people reality where we've got the big heads. In this scene we can have a look around with the mod, and it's a bedroom. It kind of reminds me of the old Minecraft PvP map, the Shrunk map. So in here you can see a bedroom scene with lots of decorations. Next we get rifted into the prop hunt reality, and with the camera mod we can have a quick look around, and it's a reasonably big farm scene. You can go into the little outbuildings with all the produce in there. So there's quite a lot of detail in all the little sheds and barns here. Then next we get rifted into what I can only describe as a 2D world. Quite bizarre, with a big red hand. There's also another hand if we look on the mod. Lots of artwork, it's very abstract, and it's in a big bubble world as you can see. Quite creative. Next we briefly get rifted into the volcano or lava world. If we have a quick look around, there's not a lot to see here. It's just a small, it looks like it's in space world, but lava. Speaking of, we could do with a lot more lava series skins. And when we finally get rifted to the world we're supposed to be fighting against the Dark Presence, everyone starts rifting in from different universes. From the camera we can see the Back to the Future DeLorean car, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy and Velma, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, some Marvel characters, some Invincible characters floating in the sky, a Big Deal doing his heroic pose, as well as the Green Ranger, and the Brat. You see some of the Squid Game characters, Peely, and some of the Halo Spartans, as well as the Ninja Turtles. And oddly enough, we even see Beavis and Butthead rift in. They do have a small role to play whilst they're shooting off some weapons. And what you might have missed was the Brainrot characters from Steal a Brainrot. Not sure what they would have actually done against the Dark Presence, but they were there anyway. So we first see Kong running up to the Dark Presence. And from the mod we can see him flying towards him, grabbing onto the Dark Presence. Don't know if he was trying to rip out, it looks like he's trying to give him a kiss there, but don't know if he's trying to rip out the 0-point shard. The Dark Presence is fighting him off, and then throws him off to the ground below. And I don't know about you, but on social media, some of the content creators told us that they were going to be in the live event.
That means I'm in the live event!
And when I played it, I never saw them. But if we look on the camera mod, they are on one of the flying helicopters. So we got Clicks, we got FG, we got Loserfruit, we got Booger, Allier, and many, many more. Even Laserbeam was there. So it's quite cool to see all of the content creators hanging on and getting involved in the epic showdown. And up in the sky we can see the Star Wars Star Destroyer shooting down towards the Dark Presence. You might not have seen that during the live event, but it's pretty cool to see. And when we were in the helicopter, you can see Godzilla's beam going off at the Dark Presence. I could notice there was something on top of his head, and on closer inspection, we could see that Hatsune Miku was on top. And I just knew the Miku beam was going to be part of this live event. And this doesn't disappoint. And as we got smashed down by the Dark Presence, then we get a ride off the bride on the motorbike. You might have been wondering, who supplied us with the jetpack that we finally get in the road? But it turns out our friend Peely is the one who chucks it into the road for us. What a hero, or banana, whichever one you'd like to say. And after we see that the cattiest monster gets downed from the dark presence, we see Godzilla rush on top of the dark presence and starts biting his claw in his way at him. But he's no match and he's thrown off the dark presence. But whilst all this chaos is going on, we can see the giant Homer Simpson doing Homer Simpson things in the background, where he's fighting a tentacle, and he actually starts throttling it, similar to what he used to do with Bart Simpson in the Simpsons TV show. A quick special mention, for some reason, Midas was there watching. Is he trying to take credit for this big plan? And next we see a very big close-up of Revin the Cube. And for some reason in the top left corner we can see giant Homer, I don't know what he's doing, dancing? I don't know. But after the Mecha Team leader spawns in and kicks the Revin right into the Dark Presence, we can see a close-up of it destroying the Dark Presence, which is awesome. You have to admit this is one of the best live events Fortnite has ever done, and I'm so glad that Lore is now dominating. So, what did you think? I thought this was an absolutely amazing live event, and these camera mods from Unrealhybrid are amazing. The best thing you can do is like, subscribe and share this video. And I thank you for watching. Agent Draven out.
Please subscribe, whatever.